I'm Gaëtan Pelletier. I'm the Executive Director of the Northern Hardwoods Research Institute. We are a private-public collaborative situated in Edmundston, New Brunswick. In New Brunswick, hardwood forests comprise about 1/3 of the total forested area. It is a very, very important segment of our forest products value chain. The Northern Hardwoods Research Institute is a very, very different research center. We are an applied research center that works on real problems. What makes us different is that we interact very, very, very closely with the members of the forest products community and also the other users of the forest. Sometimes we will suggest to the stakeholders what the problems might be if they are too busy trying to solve short-term problems. Forest management occurs at very different temporal scales. The strategic scale is very long-term, the next 100 years. What is it that we do today and how is that going to change a forest in the long term? What we decided a long time ago at the Institute is to leverage the benefits of digital solutions of precision forestry. We're leveraging tools designed using remote sensing, satellite imagery, LiDAR, using artificial intelligence now more and more. And we're using that to enable the current forestry professionals out there to be more informed about the forest without having to walk every square foot. We're proud to have designed very novel and simple tools to provide solutions to the current problems of the forest value chain. For example, we worked with the University of British Columbia at leveraging unmanned aerial systems to capture imagery and use that to understand the structure of our forests. We pioneered the use of UAV LiDAR at about 50 times more resolution than conventional LiDAR, and our institute has been at the forefront of designing that. We also came up with more simple solutions that don't leverage technology as much. We designed a very robust tree classification system because before we started, there was no known way of characterizing trees for many purposes, for vigor, for the content of forest products, future predictions of forest products. We designed this very simple and very robust tree classification system that is now used not only in New Brunswick, but in other jurisdictions like the state of Maine, Nova Scotia, Quebec, and other places. But our flagship product is what we call the silviculture prescription system. A forestry professional can answer questions about inventory, about trees, inventory about stands and forest and the conditions, to conduct a full diagnostic and to boil it down into a simple recommended treatment. Our silviculture prescription system is adopted by many players in the private sector, but also the Department of Natural Resources and Energy Development in New Brunswick. It is undeniable that our climate is changing. We see evidence of that every day, every year, and our forests will be impacted by that for sure. Some of the effects that we're watching for are things like freezing and thawing in the middle of the winter, where the tree, because you have a warm spell, thinks it's spring, starts to burst the buds, but now the next day you have a big deep frost and the trees are impacted for at least a full year. Silviculture, the art and the science of manipulating trees and stands and environmental conditions where the trees grow so that we can favor one species instead of the other, or discourage one species that is not quite as used as the other one. In light of knowledge that we have and how the forest will change, we can tweak and change some of our practices so that we make our trees more resilient, more resistant to the changing climate. The key is to adapt what we do in forest management and more so in silviculture so that we can anticipate effects and changes.